Hello, today we have a very simple project. We're going to replace two adjustable spring hinges. First, I would recommend either measuring your hinge and or even better removing it and taking it with you if you're going to go to Home Depot, etc. to purchase it. Or of course if you do it online, just you can remove it of course and measure it. This one, as you can see, is a 4-inch, meaning from here to here is 4-inch. Take a look. These happen to be round there, others are straight, and usually they're the exact on both sides. So I purchased two because this door happened to have two of them. First thing, depending on how long it's been on there, and especially how many times you painted this area here, the first thing you may want to do is have a tool like this so you can get the paint out of here so you won't strip the screws as you remove them. Okay, whether it's you or whoever previously did it, then put the screw right in the center. Of course the head is not going to line up and it's going to be off to the side. So I would recommend just get a piece of wood, take a little piece out, about the size of a little bigger than the hole, and just shove it in there. And then that way you can, with a punch right in the center, tap the hole, and that way it'll be right in, the screw will be right in the center and then flush. Okay, once you got all the 8 screws in, next thing you want to do is go ahead and put in the pin. Okay, and then the last thing you want to do is go ahead and put this pin in. What you do is with the Allen wrench, if this is on the top, you're going to turn clockwise. If it's on the bottom, you're going to turn counterclockwise. So what I would recommend is turn clockwise until you see the first hole and go ahead and put the pin in, whether you're doing one or if you're doing 2 of them. Okay, so go ahead and do that. Put them both, in this case, in the first hole, which will be the least amount of tension, because you want to put as least amount of tension as possible so it'll last longer. The more tension, the less amount of time that spring inside is going to last. So you see with 2 hinges, it's not closing completely. Okay, with 2 hinges on the first hole. Okay, now I put them both, the pin, on the second hole. So with 2 hinges, this solid type door with 2, okay, and it closes how I want it. So you can play with it, but again, I would recommend start out by putting the pin in the first hole, whether it's 1 hinge or 2, to see if it's the amount of tension you want, because you don't want too much tension. Again, the reason is whether you have little kids and you don't want the door slamming on their fingers, or just in my case, so the hinges will last longer. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, write them down below. Any comments, anything you found out differently, and I'll try to answer every single one of them. Oh, as far as tools, I forgot. This is like one of the best purchases I've made. All you really need is that right there, because the hinges came with the Allen wrench that's needed. So that's pretty much. The other thing, of course, if you don't have an electric one, this will do. And I use this because the screws had paint, have been painted over, so they were a little difficult to remove. And you want to make sure that you don't strip them. Make it a lot easier to take the screws out and to put them back in. So again, that's it for this video. If you found it that it helped you in any way, please click like, share it, and subscribe to the channel for other repairs and things around the house and your vehicles. Patriot Marine signing out.